Faith, may I have a word with you?
How can I help you?
I've been concerned for a while now, but don't you think you lack awareness of your responsibilities as a wife?
What do you mean?
You're my son's wife, but you don't show your face very often. Are you trying to distance yourself from us?
That's not true. I'm just busy every day and don't have much time.
Stop making excuses. What exactly are you doing if you're not fulfilling your role as a wife?
I'm sorry, I'll be more careful from now on.
You really don't care. You don't like me, do you?
No, that's not true. It's just...
Just what? Speak up.
I'm just really busy.
You're being so blunt. You think saying you're busy is going to make me go away? You're such a nasty wife. From now on, be more self-aware.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
I haven't heard from you as usual. How are you?
Hello. Sorry, I haven't been in touch. I am doing well.
Another excuse? What are your plans for the weekend?
I think Kevin told you about our weekend off. It's my father-in-law's birthday during the holiday weekend, so I'm going to bring him a present.
Oh, you're coming too? You're busy and you don't like me, right?
I didn't say that. Kevin already talked to his dad.
Yes, he's already told him you're coming. Then I don't blame you. Honestly, I wanted to say that you, in particular, don't really need to come.
Why not?
I said I wanted to spend time with my family.
What?
You're a really inconsiderate wife, aren't you? Well, I'm not saying you can't come. If you're going to come, you'd better behave accordingly.
I'll take care not to misbehave.
Oh my God. Faith, I finished on time today, which is rare for me. It's nice to be able to go home early, isn't it?
Good job, Kevin. That's great.
I'm on the train heading home right now. Do you need anything from the store?
Nothing in particular.
I see. Well, I'm going to buy a tie for my dad. Then I'm going home.
Okay.
Hey, Faith. Are you feeling down?
Huh?
Usually I get longer replies from you, but today, something's different.
Sorry, I'm just...
Did Mom say something to you again?
Oh, you can tell, huh?
Well, it's the usual. She's really harsh with her words. No matter how many times I warn her, she never listens. She doesn't even try to understand your feelings, even though you try your best to be friendly with her. So this time, she said something about going back to my parents' house for the weekend, right?
Yeah, well...
You don't have to do this, okay?
But your father has been so good to me. I want to make sure I see him and wish him a happy birthday.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, I'll talk to him when I get back.
Thanks.
And me too. There's something my dad's been asking me about, and I wanted to share it with you.
Your father wants my opinion? Are you sure he wants you to tell me about it?
Dad wants to know what you think about it.
I see, okay.
Well, I'm getting off the train now. I'll see you later.
Have a safe trip home.
Where did you go, Faith? You look like a child. Running away from home, sulking, just because you weren't allowed to have a little extra sushi? Please don't interrupt our happy family time together.
I didn't run out of the house because I was sulking. I was hungry, so I went to the nearest convenience store to buy lunch.
Please don't do such embarrassing things in my neighborhood. You are accusing me of bullying you.
Huh? That means you want me to go without food.
You're not so weak that skipping one meal will kill you.
Let me ask you something. You didn't order sushi for me on purpose, did you?
What's up all of a sudden?
What you're doing is so obvious.
Listen, Faith. Who's the one who's interrupting our family time together in the first place? It's you, isn't it?
You mentioned it before. What does that mean?
Anyone who is not connected by blood is a stranger. I don't have money to spend on a stranger.
So you did not order any sushi for me at all?
That's right.
I see. In your mind, your son's wife doesn't count as one of the family, correct?
Of course she doesn't.
I see.
If you have a problem with me, get out. As long as it doesn't bother our family, you can do whatever you want. After all, my son's wife is a stranger.
I understand. Then we really will be strangers, won't we?
What?
I guess you are no longer my mother-in-law. I'm going back to my parents' house as you wish, Irene.
Huh?
My bag is all I have at hand, so there's no need for me to go back there.
Excuse me? What are you suddenly saying?
I'll arrange to send my personal belongings at home to my parents' house as soon as possible. You're a stranger too, so don't come crying to me.
What do you mean? Faith?
It was as I expected, Kevin. Your mother said, my son's wife is a stranger. I was sure she was going to say that, wasn't I?
I knew it. I'm sorry I put you through all that drama.
It's okay. You want your mother to know what's wrong, right? It's really important considering the future, so I won't hesitate to cooperate. Besides, it's for our own good.
Yeah. Sorry for the trouble, but I'd appreciate it if you could bear with me a little longer.
Yeah, no problem. All right then, I'll go ahead and start preparing for the next step.
Oh, sorry for the trouble, but I appreciate your help. Have a safe trip home.
Good luck with that too.
Faith, reply to me right away. You're still as slow as ever. Hurry up.
I'm on a train right now, so I can't make a call.
Then call me online. Faith, please turn back immediately.
Don't be absurd. I told you I'm on the train. It's over 40 minutes to the next stop.
I don't care if that's the case. Just turn back.
I don't want to.
You won't listen to me?
I don't think you have the right to make me obey you.
Just come back.
What is going on here? You tell me to go home, you tell me to come back. It's very annoying.
Kevin got mad at me. He got extremely mad at me for calling you a stranger and making you go back to your parents' house.
Huh?
Well, get back here as soon as you can. You don't want to make Kevin angry any more than he already is, do you?
Yes?
Oh, Kevin's getting ready to leave. All you have to do is say, I'm coming back. Say you'll be back soon.
Excuse me? I think that Kevin is only angry at you, Irene.
What?
I got a message telling me to be careful on my way home.
What?
I'm listening to my husband, not you.
Hang on, Faith.
Excuse me.
Hey, I'm in trouble. Faith. I don't know what to do. You're the one who set all this up, didn't you?
What is it now?
My husband left the divorce papers and left.
What?
I don't know where he went.
You don't know? Since I've also become estranged from Kevin, it's impossible for me to know where my father-in-law is, right?
What? Kevin is a stranger too? What?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. You forced me to divorce him, didn't you? That's why I'm completely disconnected from you, and you're a genuine stranger. If you'll excuse me.
Faith, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You divorced Faith? Huh? Yes, I did. Then you're coming back here, right? Huh? Why? You know, your dad. Oh, you mean the divorce? You knew? I knew. He asked me about it. What did he mean? I think it's also mentioned in the letter Dad left behind. From your perspective, a daughter-in-law is a stranger. In that case, from the perspective of the relatives on Dad's side, you would be the daughter-in-law, right? Then you're a stranger. Oh, no. I'm on your side, so I'll be a stranger to you. Goodbye. Tell me, Faith. This time I can't get in touch with Kevin either. What's going on?
Why are you asking me all the time?
What?
You and Kevin are strangers now. I don't pry into his whereabouts every single time, and that's rather insane, isn't it? So I don't know where he is, and I'm not asking him.
Oh, no.
As I said before, you and I are complete strangers now, so we have nothing to talk about.
Faith, wait a minute. I don't know what I'm going to do now that Kevin is gone.
You and I are strangers, aren't we? You kicked us out saying that wives are strangers. So I am not your family anymore, and I don't know where Kevin is.
I just said too much at the time. I didn't mean it.
Okay, but for us, that was the deciding factor. We took those words to heart and started a new life. It's too late now to say you didn't mean it.
Please, come back. Let's start over as a family.
I'm sorry, but we are already satisfied with our new life. You should face the consequences of your actions. Now, I really need to go.
Wait, Faith. Ever since Kevin left, it's been really lonely in our house. I can't live without him. Please come back to us.
You're persistent. I've told you many times, we are strangers now. Both Kevin and I chose a new life because we were hurt by your words. We can't go back now.
If there's anything you can't forgive me for, I'll apologize properly. I admit that my words were harsh, so please reconsider.
Your apology is too late. Kevin and I have a new life, and we are happy with it. No matter what you say now, it won't change your decision to leave.
Faith,
I didn't think you were so heartless. I never thought you could be so cold. Which of us is the cold one? It was you who said wives are strangers, wasn't it? Have you ever given even the slightest thought to how much those words hurt us? Even if I said that, what am I going to do when Kevin is gone? How will I live on my own? That's your problem. It's not something we can do anything about. You should be independent and find a new life for yourself. Faith, I beg you, please reconsider. Please, give me one more chance. That's impossible. Now, if you'll really excuse me. Oh, Faith, please don't abandon me. Faith! After that, a lot happened. My parents-in-law are officially divorced, and I'm still connected with my father-in-law. He and I have a really good relationship. We still support each other and live happily together. My mother-in-law, on the other hand, is living in squalor. She has returned to her hometown, but I heard that life there has not been easy for her at all. Her selfishness has worsened her relationship with those around her, and she is now isolated from the rest of the world. Her part-time job didn't last long, and she has become a recluse at her parents' house. My heart aches a little when I imagine what she's going through, but I feel that this is also a result of her own actions. Kevin and I divorced once, but he remarried under my surname. Thanks to him, we were able to make a new start. We have reconfirmed our bond with each other, and I believe that it has become stronger. We are looking forward to spending peaceful and happy days together with my father-in-law. Susan, can I talk to you for a second? What? My friends are having a party for me because I'm getting married. I'm busy with that. Well, I'll make it quick then. Susan, you went into my room again without asking me. What's wrong with going into your room? It's not your house, so don't act like it is. It's not my house, but you come home every once in a while and check my room. Not only checking my room, but taking clothes and accessories every time. You haven't even returned the bag you took the other day. I bought that bag as a reward for myself, and it cost over $1,000. Huh? That bag was that expensive? I'm sorry, I had no idea. I used it on a rainy day and got all wet. I thought maybe it was no good anymore, so I threw it away. What? You threw it away? You'll have to pay for it. Pay for it? I don't have any savings. I'm sorry I threw it away, but I didn't do it on purpose. You don't feel bad at all, do you? You can't just say I'm sorry. What? I said I'm sorry, but you can't forgive me? You're mean. I've only used it once. Shut up! If you don't want me to come into your room, why don't you just get the hell out of the house? What? How long are you going to stay in my parents' house? I don't mean to. It's my parents' house too. Oh, wow. You really think so? What? Susan? That house is not your parents' house. It's my parents' house where I lived with my mom and dad, whom I love very much. And then Mom got sick and died. I don't know why my dad married that woman just because he was lonely. My mom is the one in heaven. I don't even consider that woman my mother. I don't even consider you my sister who she gave birth to. I knew you didn't like me, but I didn't think you thought of me that way. After all, She cheated on Dad and went off with another guy. She's a real bitch. What? Cheating? Mom never cheated on him. Shut up! I know she did. I saw that woman cheating. That can't be true. You just should have left with your mom. But you are still there because Dad is nice. What a nerve. Thanks to Dad, you're able to live in that home. Stop making such a silly complaint just because I come into your room. You are not making sense. Anyway, I won't pay for the bag. Why don't you just lock the room? You're the one who's complaining. There's no lock in my room to begin with. Why don't you leave the house? How long are you going to stay there? You're just trying to save money on rent, aren't you? You're so lucky to be able to save money on rent and spend it on your own. I'm not living at home to save money on rent. If I leave home, Dad will be on his own, right? I do all the housework, and it's better for me to be there to take care of the living expenses too. Or are you going to pay for our living expenses? Are you stupid? I don't work. And I told you earlier that I don't have any savings, right? How am I supposed to pay for it? Dad feeds you. But you talk like you're the one taking care of him. Seriously? You're out of your mind. Maybe I should live in that house after I get married. Then I can kick you out? Susan, are you serious? Of course I am. I'll talk to my boyfriend right away. See you later. Hey, you took my clothes too. Make sure you return them. Susan, come on. Did you get the wedding invitation I sent you? Yes, I did. I marked attendance and sent it back today. Wow! In a way, it's amazing that you still want to come to the wedding even after all the sarcasm I've been giving you. I knew you were being sarcastic. Yes, because I don't like you. You're a hard ass at best, and you're dumb at worst. I know you don't like me, but even though we are half-sisters, we are family. That's why you invited me, right? You're really an airhead, aren't you? Well, okay. I'll leave it at that. I have a surprise for you on the wedding day, so look forward to it. What surprise? I don't need that. I'm planning this for you. Don't say that. I'm worried. Also, I'm excited about your wedding gift. I didn't want to compromise on the wedding venue, so I picked a nice place. If we don't get enough money from our guests, we'll be in the red. I don't think you should rely on money gift. Huh? What did you say? Never mind. I'm looking forward to the wedding then. Also, I have one more important thing to tell you today. Important? What's going on? We are thinking of living with Dad after we get married. I told you before, didn't I? I told my boyfriend about it, and he agreed, saying it would be great not to have to pay rent. So we want to move in. But you're in the way. What? Did you really mean what you said? Of course I did. Why would I lie about something like that? Can you support your father? And have you talked to him about it? Huh? Why should we support him? He should support us. I haven't talked to Dad about it yet, though. Of course he'd rather live with us than with that woman's daughter. Well, Susan, I think I explained it to you the other day. Mom was never unfaithful. It's your fault that she left. Huh? Was it my fault? You are talking nonsense. You're pissing me off. Well, I'm just telling the truth. Okay, now go ahead and get ready to move out. Enjoy the few remaining hours you have with Dad. Susan, what's going on? I just got to the wedding venue and the staff told me to leave. Because there was no seat for me. What the hell is going on? Surprised? Yay! What? This is what you meant, surprise? That's what I meant. Why aren't you letting me in? You gave me an invitation card. Because it would have been more shocking if you got all dressed up and couldn't attend than if you hadn't been invited in the first place, right? Why did you go that far? It's obvious. Because I hate you. I don't even consider you my family. You're a stranger, so get the hell out. Okay then, I'll cut you off. What? Because you don't like me, right? You don't even want me to be at your wedding. I'm just a stranger, right? That's why I said I'm cutting you off. Is there a problem? Not at all. I'm just a little surprised that you accepted so easily. This is great. You don't even get to live in that house starting today. What? What do you mean? I told you 2 months ago, didn't I? We are going to live in that house when we get married. And yet, you didn't seem to start packing at all. So today, I asked a friend of my husband's to go to the house and move all your stuff out. And he's going to put our stuff inside. What? Does our father know about that? I didn't tell him. You know, you can't let a stranger into a house without telling our father or me. You are committing a crime. That's rude. I'm a family member too. I give my permission to let his friend in, so it can't be a crime. You can't be serious. Why didn't you tell your father? Because if he disagreed, it would have ruined my plans. But I did tell him a while ago that I wanted to live with him. What did he say? He said he's living with Janet, so he doesn't want me to move in. Susan, he's already against it. But I think Dad would be absolutely delighted once we start living together. So, where are you going to move my stuff? I've rented a storage temporarily. I'll put it there for you. I'm so sweet, aren't I? Since we are cutting ties, take it as a final parting gift. But you have to decide where you're going to move to within a month and get it out. I won't pay for more than a month. You're so selfish. I have an idea. What can you do? Well, let's see what you can do. I'm looking forward to it. Janet, what the hell are you doing? You brainwashed my dad. What the hell did you say to him? Dad has decided to put the house on the market. He's going to live in a new house with you and your mom. So I need you to move your stuff somewhere else by the end of the week. Of course, I protested, but he said I put the stuff in the house without telling him. He also said, if you don't take it out by the end of the week, I'm going to turn you and your friends into the police. I can't believe you said that to me. You orchestrated the whole thing, didn't you? Don't say I orchestrated, will you? It's your fault for moving in without permission and kicking me out. Hey, what do you mean she's moving in with you? I asked my dad if he was still in contact with that woman. I also said, I won't allow you to have any contact with that unfaithful woman. He got really angry for some reason and wouldn't even talk to me. You know, I've explained this to you many times. Mom was not cheating. I heard that, but how can I believe that? I saw it. When she left this house, a man close to her age came to pick her up in front of the house. Normally, a cheater wouldn't come to the front door of the house without hesitation. I always hated that woman. From that day on, I decided I would never forgive her. That man is my mother's brother. What? You were so cold and rude to her. That's why she got sick. What? That woman? Yes. After talking it over with our father, they decided it would be better to place some distance between you two. So she decided to stay at my uncle's house. Mom said she could take the train to get there. But my uncle was worried that she has a mental illness and can't travel a long distance, so he came to pick her up. It was your fault, and yet you'd mistake it for cheating. I'm sorry I misunderstood. Then why didn't you just say so? He doesn't have to sell the house. I'm going to be nice to that woman, or your mother. I want to live with them, the four of us. You know, Mom has been undergoing treatment, and she is finally getting better. I will never allow her to live with you. Huh? Why do you say that? Susan, can you support Mom and Dad? What are you talking about? Dad should support me. I don't know what you mean by support them. You don't know anything. Dad hurt his back a few years ago. He quit his job then because he thought he was too old. What? I didn't know that. When you came to visit, he said he told you about it. What? You are so selfish. You never listened to anyone else. Then how can he move into a new house? He can't sell that old house at a good price, can he? Your mom doesn't have much savings, does she? She has been sick. I think I told you that I do all the housework and pay the bills. You weren't listening then either, were you? I think you did, but I don't believe you. I thought Dad was supporting you. Is it really true that you're the one who's supporting him? How can you afford to buy brand name bags and pay the bills? You're a regular office worker, right? I used to be. I wanted to make a lot of money, so I had a side job for a long time. I was always good at computers. I've been making apps for fun since I was a student. After I started working, I turned it into a side job. But the apps became so popular that I couldn't keep up with it. I took the plunge and quit my day job to start my own business. Thankfully, I had a clientele to begin with, so I was able to get off the ground right away. Now I make about $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year? You do? That's right. That's why I was paying all the bills. I was also sending money to my mother. She couldn't just live in my uncle's house for free. I can work from home so my hours are flexible, so I do all the housework. I can't make our father do it because he has a sore back. So you're paying for the new house? Yes. You seem to think I'm wasting money. I only treat myself when I get a big job. I've always wanted a house, and I've been working hard to save for one. My parents' house is getting old, and I always wanted to build a house for them. I decided to take this opportunity to build a barrier-free house. Luckily, my parents' house is old, but the land is big and is in a good location. We could sell it for a good price. When I told my uncle about the situation, he said that until the house is built, he would let me and my father live with him. I took him up on his offer and decided to stay with him until the house is built. So we're putting the house on the market. So please get your stuff out of there, as Dad says. Oh no! Then what are we supposed to do? Well, you're still young. Why don't you work? Oh no! I don't want to work. And my husband is good looking, but his salary is low. That's why I wanted my dad to take care of us. We're old enough to take care of our parents. And you still want them to support you? When the house is finished, let us live there. I think it would be fun if the 5 of us lived together. No, thank you. We've already broken off our relationship, haven't we? But you're being too self-serving. Dad says he doesn't want anything to do with you anymore. Even if the house is finished, I won't tell you where it is. Oh no! I'm sorry. I apologize. From now on, let's be sisters and get along. I don't want to, because you are a half-sister. That is, a stranger. I just repeated what you told me before. Bye. Janet! Don't call us strangers! We are sisters! My father and I blocked my sister's contact information. After that, I also changed my cell phone number so that she could never contact me. But I don't know how she found out. She learned my uncle's address and came inside the apartment. However, his apartment has a good security system. My sister, who was acting suspiciously, got caught by the supervisor. She was calling me and my father's name repeatedly, and the superintendent contacted me. I explained the situation and told him to ask her to leave as we are strangers now. I also told him that if she didn't leave, he could call the police. My sister got disappointed and left the apartment. My mother is in good shape because my sweet uncle took care of her. I was really relieved to see her as the cheerful and kind mother she used to be. Next month, our house will finally be completed. I can't wait. I'm planning to have my uncle, who has been so kind to us, come visit us. I still want to take good care of my mother and father, so I want to continue to work hard and earn money. I am secretly planning to go on a family vacation with them.